Hello everybody, happy Wednesday. Just quarantine time, you know, it all just blurs together. I'm trying to figure out what day it is. All right, so I'm gonna do the best I can today. Typically I have the hubs, aka my cameraman, here to help, but I normally do a live on Monday and that's when he's off work. So he is at work, so I'm kind of winging it here by myself. We're making one of my newest recipes on inherited salt. It's called my Jammy egg and asparagus salad. Oh man, it's delicious. It really started very simply. Like last week I was in the grocery store and I saw asparagus. You know, it's asparagus season, late spring. I saw asparagus sitting there and I was like, oh, maybe I should do like a, you know, asparagus recipe for inherited salt. Like it wasn't any like world-changing idea. I just thought it's asparagus season, maybe I'll do something with it. And then it transformed into this recipe that I'm so excited about, that is so good. It has like every texture and flavor that you could want. So let's make it. I'm gonna see how I can prop my phone strategically here, but let me flip the camera to kind of show you what I have going on. It also features, like I kind of did like a twofer recipe. I have a creamy lemon tarragon dressing that I created with this recipe in mind, but I thought like it's so delicious it should have its own post. And I have links to both of these recipes in the caption for this video, so you can grab them there. But this is my dressing. I made it a couple days ago. But the idea behind the dressing was I wanted something kind of in the realm of an aioli, but I didn't want an aioli and I really wanted tarragon to be in there. And so I did a mayo-based dressing and it's really wonderful. It's great, like not just as a dressing, but you could have it as a dip or you could smear it on a sandwich. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So I highly recommend it. Tarragon's wonderful, one of my favorites. It has like a slight anise, aka kind of licoricey flavor. So if that's not your thing, that's totally fine. You could always sub in more parsley. You could throw some chives in there. Any herb that's more your thing, you can just sub it out. Super easy. So let me flip the camera and kind of show you what I have going on in front of me here. Ooh, all right. So right here, I have a pot of water, seasoned water. I want it to be seasoned. I want it to taste like the ocean. That's how seasoned we want our water. So this is getting ready to boil so we can blanch asparagus, which I have already chopped here, and I have a couple. I'll show you how to trim off the woody ends. And then these are my soft boiled eggs, aka Jammy eggs. So Jammy egg is just a fun way of saying a soft-boiled egg. So I cook these for about 7.5 minutes. That's my sweet spot. You can do it less if you want a runnier yolk. You can do it longer if you want a like slightly firmer yolk. So up to you. And then we got some herbs here. I have chives with the blossoms, which I love. We got some nice parsley. We got dill. And we have a lemon here and a shallot. So that's what we're gonna focus on here first, is making some quick pickled shallots. All right, now the tricky part, figuring out where I can put my phone so I can still see you. Here we go, let's just move this bad boy out of the way. Hey everyone. All right, I'm gonna turn down my water so it doesn't come to a boil just yet, because the first thing we're gonna do is pickle some shallots. Had to get a little bowl. They're not, so what I like to do is you just need a little shallot. I like to slice it really thin and then cover it in lemon juice and let it sit usually at least 30 minutes to an hour, or you can make this a couple days ahead and just throw it all in the fridge. But so that's why I call it like pickled shallots, because it's more like lemony, but you still get that nice like acidity from the lemon that brings out the brightness and makes the shallots really tangy. So let's go ahead and get that going. Just trimming off the ends. And for everyone just jumping in, we are making my Jammy egg and asparagus salad with my creamy lemon tarragon dressing. Right now, you can't see it, or no, you can kind of see it at the bottom of the video, but I'm thinly slicing my shallot to make a quick little pickle. So I'm putting it in the bowl. All right, there she goes. And now we're just gonna cover it with some lemon juice. You just need enough lemon juice to fully submerge your shallots. Pretty easy. I just catch for seeds. You don't want any seeds in there. But that's what I'm doing now. I do have a citrus juicer, which would probably be a little easier. Just wanted to keep my dishes minimal. But, all right, so that's looking good. So, as you can see, they're just nice and submerged. You don't need a ton of juice, just enough. And what I'm going to do is add a pinch of kosher salt in there. Just gives them a little zing. I like to season everything. You don't want any boring flavors. So, not much, just a little pinch. And I'll give it a stir and let that hang out while we make the rest of the salad. So these are great. I mean, you can also pickle these in apple cider vinegar, white wine vinegar, whatever you have on hand. I wouldn't do balsamic. That would be the one vinegar I probably wouldn't recommend. You want like a lighter vinegar, but I really like the lemon juice because I love lemon's flavor. So it kind of gives me a little bit of everything I'm looking for. All right, now, oh, I wanted to show you guys with these eggs. I left one to crack. But, so eggs always have like a thinner tip and then a fatter bottom. And so when you soft boil them, and when I soft boil them, and all the instructions are on the recipe that I have linked in the video, I bring water to a boil and then I turn it down so it's more of a gentle kind of simmering boil. You still want bubbles, but you don't want like a roaring boil. And then I gently place the eggs in with a slotted spoon and set a timer. 7.5 minutes is my sweet spot. It's kind of that thicker, custardier, but slightly runny egg yolk, which I really like. If you want it runnier, go closer to 6 minutes. If you want a little firmer, aim for like 8.5 minutes. So up to you. But then you put it immediately in an ice bath to shock the egg and keep it from cooking. So I'm gonna show you, see, that's where the bottom of the egg is, where the egg pocket or the air pocket is, the fatter bottom. So just makes it easier to peel. Just always nice. And I'm not gonna peel this right now because we have plenty of eggs cooked and ready, so I'll keep rolling around. Let's keep making what we're making. So, all right, next thing we wanna do, let's toast some nuts. I got just, these are just raw almonds that I roughly chopped, nothing fancy. And so what we're gonna do is just toast them dry in a skillet. You don't need any oil, and you're just toasting for long enough so that they get a little golden, because that's all you're looking for. My little skillet. Thought I had everything pulled out, but every time I do one of these videos, I always realize that I only have half of what I need pulled out. So here we go. All right, I'm gonna do a medium-high heat. I don't want it super high because the nuts will cook really fast. So I'm letting the skillet heat up a little bit and we're gonna toast those. All right, our water is ready for us whenever we are, but I wanna toast the almonds first because with blanching, so blanching is basically you're quickly cooking a vegetable in boiling water. Only a couple minutes, if that. Like for example, so there's like some thicker asparagus in here, thicker-ish. I mean, that's still kind of more average, but I think we've all seen probably really thick asparagus in the store. I would aim for like 2 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes if you need it. But then for like the really skinny asparagus, like this little guy, you probably don't even need a full minute. So I'm gonna keep an eyeball on here because all my stalks are different sizes. So we'll see what happens, but you want it just so it cooks it enough where it turns bright green, but you still want a little bite to the vegetable. Like I said, I am blanching that in seasoned water. Seasoned means all the salt in the world. You want it to taste like the ocean. You want it to be wonderful. You want to add flavor to your asparagus. You're basically just bringing out the natural flavor of asparagus by seasoning the water. So, all right, here we go. I think my skillet's warm enough, so I'm gonna toss the almonds in. I don't know if we can. Just winging it here, people. All right, looking for my little handy dandy wooden spatula. All right, so I'm gonna keep an eye on the almonds. They cook faster than you think they would, and they'll start to get black, which we don't want. We just want a nice golden toasted almond. And you can swap it out if you have cashews or hazelnuts, or I'm trying to think of some other, like walnuts, pine nuts would also be really good. Whatever nuts you have. I mean, this is a nice versatile recipe. Work with what you got, and you won't be disappointed. All right. Anyways, how has everyone's week been? Let me just ask that while you toast nuts. Or if you have any questions about what I've done so far, please feel free to ask. All right. Oh, I see all the hellos. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Catherine. Let's see. Hello, Corliss. Thank you, Catherine. I hope I'm doing okay on my own here. I'm sure there's some questionable camera angles, and some unpleasant close-ups, but you know, if I don't have a camera person, I'm doing what I can. I should be better at this. I feel like I'm part of the generation that loves selfies, so you'd think I'd be better at it, but I hate selfies. So I'm not as trained as I ought to be for a millennial. All right. Oh, hello, Mom. You didn't say hello to me. It just said Leah and Elia is watching. Hi, Mom. What are you doing? Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate the support. For anyone that doesn't know, I'm making my newest recipe that I just posted on Inherited Salt Sunday. It's my jammy egg and asparagus salad, which is really yummy. Jammy eggs are just soft-boiled eggs, and then the asparagus is just quickly blanched, and then you just toss it all together with a bunch of delicious toppings that I'll be showing you momentarily. Oh man, my almonds are taking longer than I thought they would. I feel like it's one of those things where the second you don't watch them, they burn. The second you watch them, they take forever to turn golden brown. They're tricky. They're tricky little minxes. Oh, I have one sleeping puppy. There he is. I don't know where the other two are. I think they're probably laying in the living room, but the one in the corner in the kitchen is Fox. I made sure I took them all out before doing this video so I didn't have any obnoxious barking, which if you've seen some of my videos, you will have heard it before. Oh, Mom, what are you writing? Are you just writing about how much you admire your firstborn? That's fine. You can write about me. Yeah, try Mo. I recommend trying a quick pickle with some lemon and salt. I love it for shallots and onions, you know, my alliums that I want to add. Thank you, Catherine. I was very pleased with how the photos turned out. Our weather's been very bizarre for Oregon weather. You know, the start of quarantine, we had like 1 or 2 sunny weeks, which was unusual for March. And then the last month and a half has just been in and out of really gray, rainy, and then some heavy rain. And normally we just have very gentle rain. We don't have heavy rain, so that's been different, which I don't mind. I kind of like the heavy rain, it's peaceful. And then we've had, yeah, just being a photographer, finding a pocket for like sun has been very difficult and very unpredictable. And so, and I really wanted a little sun for those photos, and the sun just came out exactly when I needed it, and they turned out exactly how I wanted them to. So I was very pleased with the photos. And now my almonds are finally done, so I'm getting them out of the hot pan so they don't keep cooking, because I just want them, they'll probably cook a little together because they're really hot. And they're kind of golden. Some aren't as golden as I want them to be, but we're gonna move along because I think that's the smart move here. All right, so I'm about to put asparagus in. Here we go. Oh, you're having Oregon weather. A book. Well, now we're getting into the sunny season. I feel like Oregon gets the bad rap of like we're always rainy, but in the summer we are just straight sunshine, which is really nice. Like we don't get really any rain. So by the time the rain comes again, you're kind of ready for it. But we'll see. Like I said, we've had very unpredictable weather basically this last year, so we'll see what happens. All right, so for asparagus, we want to get rid of the woody end. And the woody end is just kind of this like fibrous, rough tip of the asparagus, or the base of the asparagus. And you don't really want to eat it. It's not that delicious. And so how you find it is it'll kind of naturally snap where the tender part meets the woody part. And then you just get rid of the woody part and you're good to go. Yeah, we'll just, right there. Very easy. Sometimes it's just like maybe an inch or so. Sometimes it's closer to 3 or 4 inches. They can vary, it depends on what your asparagus is like. Then I just chop the asparagus into like 3 to 4 inch pieces. I like to chop on a bias, which means it has like the little angle. Totally optional, just aesthetic. Doesn't change how it'll cook. I'm just an aesthetic person. All right, so all of our asparagus is ready. And I'll go ahead and dump it. Well, let me get a timer. Don't want to overkill. All right. So I'm gonna start it at a minute. As you can see here, we got the boiling water, and I'm just gonna let my asparagus go right on in. All right, and then I'm gonna set my timer for 1 minute, and we're off for the races. So while that cooks, let's chop up my herbs. I'm using parsley, dill, and chives. You can use whatever 3 herbs you prefer. It's very versatile. It's kind of whatever you want. I would just use like a tender leaf and stemmed herb, kind of like dill, parsley, cilantro. You could do basil, that would be good. Any of those will do. These are the 3 that I just really liked with this recipe, and I think it complements the tarragon dressing really well. So that's what we're working with here. All right, got some herbs all chopped. We got almonds ready to go. We have shallots pickling away, and we have a timer going off. So let's see how our asparagus is doing. Hopefully you can see that. I think I'll give it maybe another 30 seconds, 30 seconds-ish. Gonna go ahead, well, I'll get my bigger colander, it makes it a little easier. Ooh, Lisa, I'm glad you learned something new. The snap makes it just very easy. Everyone always says in recipes to get rid of the woody end, and I feel like unless you're really familiar with asparagus, you have no idea what that means. So, just wanted to explain. That's all it is, just the gross little fibrous end, and it's just so easy to snap off. It takes 2 seconds. I think it's easier than trying to chop it, especially because when you chop it, you can't feel where it's supposed to snap like you can if you do it manually. I'm dropping asparagus on the ground. Not the one I'm cooking, just the woody ends. All right. Ooh, this is looking good. So here it is. Oh gosh, it's hard to show with the steam, but see, it's just nice and like bright green. I don't know if you saw any of that. Hopefully you did. I'm gonna put you guys down while I strain. Okay. All right, just threw it in the colander. I'll flip. Here we go. There she is. Oh gosh. All right. But yeah, they're just nice, really bright green. That's what you want. All right, so now we have our chopped herbs here. And we can start assembling our salad, which I'm very excited about. Ooh. All right, let me grab a big plate, platter, and we'll get this going. Alrighty, got my plate. I'm gonna run some cold water over the asparagus so it kind of stops cooking a little, especially because I have some skinnier stems. Alright, first let's slice into some eggs here. My little soft-boiled eggs. So for me, what I like to do, don't know where I put my paper towels. I like to have a damp paper towel on hand. And so that way I can kind of clean my knife as I cut into the egg, since the yolk is a little runny. It gets pretty messy pretty quickly. So you can, or you don't have to do it. Like I said, I'm an aesthetic person. I always am looking for like style points. But if you're just cooking for yourself or for home, it really doesn't matter. You don't need to be fussed about it. If I can just find a paring knife, we'll be on our way. Alrighty. So with peeling the eggs, sometimes they'll peel just perfectly. Look at him. He's just all intact. Other times they'll kind of look like a crater because some of the egg white will come off with the shell. It's not a big deal. Like I said, you're probably not making these for photo purposes, and honestly, I use some of the beat up ones for my pictures because once you slice into them and you see their beautiful yolks, you don't really pay attention to the messy egg whites. So let's go ahead and cut in. I wish I had an overhead so I could show you this egg white. Actually, I have an idea. Here we go. I'm gonna come over to my bread corner where I do lots of like fun overhead little time-lapse videos just to share on like my Instagram stories. Nothing special. Alrighty. Okay. I'm just trying to move everything out of the way here. All right, guys, I'm gonna flip you around so you can watch me cut into the beautiful jammy eggs. Let's see. Okay. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. Got my damp towel. Oh gosh, okay. I don't know. My flashlight is on for some reason, but there we go, it's off. Okay, we ready for the reveal for the perfectly jammy egg? Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, it's just gold. Hopefully you can see. Like it's like slightly runny, but it's nice and custardy. That is perfection. So let's do a couple more. We'll do this little beat up fella. All right, and with a jammy egg, you can make these up to 3 days before you're gonna eat them. So if you wanna prep some of this salad a few days ahead of time, you can go ahead and toast almonds a couple days ahead. You can pickle your shallots a few days ahead, and you can make your jammy eggs. Ooh, look at him, beautiful. All right, we're gonna chop. I like to do a mixture of kind of halves and quarters. And I use about 4 eggs in this salad. You can add more, you can do less, whatever you want. Okay. And one last big one. Oh, yes, there we go. All right, and there they are, the glorious beings. Okay, hello again, I'm back. All right, so we are about ready to start assembling my jammy egg and asparagus salad. So let's get to it. All right, we got our eggs, we have our asparagus. I'm gonna pat them dry just a smidge so they don't get, want them to be able to cling on to the dressing, so I don't want them super wet. Yep, they're looking pretty good. So for this salad, you can serve it slightly warm if your asparagus and eggs are a little warm. You can serve it room temperature, you can serve it chilled, you can serve it however you like. Whatever floats your boat. It's gonna be good all of those ways. All right, now I'm gonna scatter my asparagus on my platter. Oh, I don't know, should I do this overhead again? Maybe I should. Maybe I should assemble overhead. All right, let me get all the goodies over there. The platter. The eggs. Okay, and we got herbs. Just running out of some table room here. Oh, here we go. See, I get distracted and leave all these weird angles. All right. It moves a little slowly when I'm one-handed. Okay. Feel like I got just about everything. I'm gonna grab flaky sea salt, which is the best finishing salt. Some pepper, because I can't live without pepper. And let's see here. I think I just need a couple spoons for scooping out all the good stuff. All right, I believe we are ready to assemble. Let's go. I'm gonna flip this, if I can speak. I'm gonna flip this around again, do that fun overhead shot so you guys can watch me assemble. I'm still here. I can still see what you're asking or saying, so if you have any questions, please let me know. All right, here we go. Yeehaw. All right. Ooh, let's just, there we go. Okay, so we have our asparagus here. I'm gonna fill it out. It's a little too soft, I think, just because this is smaller asparagus, so I should have probably pulled it a little sooner. With blanching, a lot of people like to shock whatever blanched vegetable you're blanching with ice water afterwards. I mean, for me, I'm already doing an ice bath for the eggs. I don't feel too fussed about making another one. So I think it's fine. I don't mind it like this. Okay, now let's assemble, get some eggs in there. Okay. Alrighty, here we go, here we go. I'm gonna move big boy here to the middle. And you can just add, like I said, as many eggs as you want. I do about 4. I'm just gonna leave it kind of there for now. All right, I had to wash the yolk off my hands really quick. Okay, now we're gonna do my creamy lemon tarragon dressing. So this is mayo based because I really wanted, like I said earlier, I really wanted something that was in the ballpark of an aioli, just with eggs and asparagus. Aioli just is the natural choice. But I also wanted something maybe more versatile or easy to throw together, and I didn't want to have to, you know, emulsify anything. So I did a mayo-based dressing. It's just mayonnaise, lemon juice, garlic, parsley, tarragon, salt, and pepper. And I'm pretty sure that is it. I mean, it's very easy, really beautiful, really delicious, and it doesn't have an overwhelming tarragon flavor. If you're a little concerned about the anise, it really isn't that bad. I think it goes really well with the lemon and garlic and parsley. You kind of have a really nice blend of flavors that work together really well. So let's drizzle some of this on. Here we go. Like I said, this dressing is great as a dip or in place of like a condiment on a sandwich. I mean, there's really no going wrong. Ooh, this would be so good with some, serving with some artichokes, dipping the artichoke leaves in there. Oh, that would be so good. All right, we're gonna do, oh, I am forgetting one thing. Let me grab it. Oh, God. Just need to grab Parmesan. This little guy. All right, I'm gonna swap out here. So it doesn't take much Parmesan, just a little bit. And I just like to use this grater to shave the Parmesan. So that's just what we're gonna do. All right. Okay, that's plenty for me. You can grate it, you don't have to shave it, you can do whatever you want. All right, let's do, ooh, yeah, let's do some of these shallots. Our pickly little shallots here. Kind of spread those out. Thank you, everyone. Oh, Catherine, chive blossom, you can just throw on as like a beautiful little garnish. It's like edible flowers. They're just really pretty. They have a mild chive flavor. So I just chop up the stems because that's, you know, the classic chive part. And then I will just sprinkle some chive blossom on top. It's aesthetic. If you can't find chive blossoms, I have a really nice local market. And so that's where I grab them. And in Portland, edible flowers and everything, we're like, you know, a hub of amazing chefs and restaurants. So this type of thing is often sought after. And so, but you don't need it. If you have it, awesome. You don't need to use it though if you don't. All right, I'm gonna grab a bit of my chopped herbs here, which is parsley, dill, and chives. I'm gonna sprinkle just however much or little you want. Super easy. Okay. Now we're gonna do some of the toasted almonds here. Like I said, they didn't get There's like some golden bits. They didn't get as golden as I would like them. They're still gonna be good though. This adds like the nice crunchiness to it, which is always really wonderful. All right. And now let's see. Oh, so this is something local to me. I know there's other companies that probably make this. These guys are based out of Seattle. The little local market we have down the road from us carries them. I love it. I love pickle things and I love mustard, and this is pickled mustard seed. So it's like two of the best things in the world thrown together. This would also be super easy to make yourself, which is actually a recipe I've considered developing. If it's something you guys would be interested in, let me know. But this is great to add to salads, to a charcuterie board, whatever you want. It's a little texture, a little flavor. It kind of looks like caviar. It's great if you have vegan friends. This is a great vegan caviar to put out for them. I love how it looks plated too. Like I said, I love a good aesthetic. I'm all about the aesthetics. I just like to do a few spoonfuls. Totally optional. I know not everyone has access to this, so if you don't have it, don't stress. Not a big deal. This is happily an ingredient I have, so I like to use it when I can. All right. Now, let's see. What else do we have left? Ooh, we'll do our little chive blossom here. We'll show them in action. So with using chive blossom, just kind of come in and pluck them off. And there they go. Okay, I'll do maybe one more little guy here. All right, and we're gonna do a little pepper. Just enough. Ooh, gosh, I can never get enough pepper. As a child, I was a pepper fanatic. You can ask my mom. I wanted to like only taste pepper in food. All right, a little flaky sea salt for finishing. You don't need a ton. You just want that right amount. A little bit of salt. All right. Ooh. Oh gosh, here we go. Let me get some pretty light here so you can see everything happening. All right, look at that. Ooh. All right, so we have our blanched asparagus, we have our jammy eggs, we got Parmesan, we got the creamy lemon tarragon dressing, pickled mustard seed, herbs, pickled shallots, toasted almond. I mean, you got it all. It's just so good. So that's my recipe. It's really wonderful. I'm gonna snag a few bites of it, then I'm gonna throw it in the refrigerator and save it the rest for dinner tonight because the hubs really enjoys it. I think he ate probably like 85% of the last platter I made. So let me find some decent light here. Here I am. Anyways, both recipes for my jammy egg and asparagus salad and for my creamy lemon tarragon dressing are linked in the caption of this video. I'll throw them in the comments on here, and I'll also share them in their own little posts on the Saving Dinner page. Keep an eye out. You'll find them on my website, inheritedSalt.com. I have a ton of other recipes on there, but this is great. We're coming to an end with asparagus season really soon, so take advantage of it. Make this. I promise you won't be sorry. It's wonderful. Just season your water. You want to season your water. You don't want any unseasoned, bland asparagus. But yeah, it is, you know, you got like kind of the bite, the crispy, fresh, blanched asparagus. You have the jammy, soft, custardy eggs. You have those pickly, bright, briny shallots. You have, you know, the really delicious Parmesan, which, you know, a little bit of umami, and fresh herbs that are just bright and really great and seasonal and delicious, and all we want to be probably eating right now. I mean, try to see. Oh, the crunchy toasted almonds. I tried to include like every flavor I love and every texture I love, and it all just fell together really well. Can't praise it enough. I love it. I hope you will love it. A great tip too, if you're gonna make some jammy eggs, some soft-boiled eggs, it's always wonderful to make a few extra so you can just peel them, throw them in the fridge, and then you have a quick, easy snack of soft-boiled eggs. Just sprinkle with a little flaky salt, some pepper, serve it on some toast, some sourdough maybe if you're making it, or just have them by themselves or on a different salad, or, you know, whatever you want to do. The world is your oyster. The world, well, you know, it's quarantined right now, but we're all cooking from home. We're all doing what we can, and hopefully everyone's gotten more confident with swapping out things with whatever you have available to you. And that's why this salad really works well, is because you can swap out almost everything in it. Same with the dressing. So whatever you want. I have substitutions listed on the dressing. Like if you don't have mayo, or if you don't like mayo, I know people have strong feelings about it, you can opt for like some full fat plain Greek yogurt. You could do some sour cream. I mean, it'd be very different in flavor, but still really delicious. So do what you want to do, make what you want to make, and have fun with it. Enjoy it. Enjoy food. That's why it's here, to be enjoyed, to be nourishing. So that's all I got. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you all so much for showing up, watching me make this. I really hope you make it. If you do, tag me, tag Inherited Salt. I would love to see your creations. Sign up for the newsletter. I'm trying to be better about sending out emails, so, you know, be patient with me, please. I'm a one-woman show here. So, all right, you guys are wonderful. I hope you have a beautiful week. I'm gonna go outside and enjoy the sunshine while I have it, since the weather has been all over the place. All right, you guys, bye.